Hi everyone, and welcome back to Retrospect Reviews. Just playing a little bit of Bomb Jack for an upcoming video, and it had reminded me of the time when I was a kid and we used to go to the local takeaway store to play Bomb Jack, and we would get chips and what I call a classic Australian hamburger. Now I know that hamburgers are pretty standard around the world, but there's one difference with the Australian, and that is we add beetroot. Now, since over the years, since I was a kid in the 80s, hamburgers have changed a little bit in Australia. You can still kind of get what I call the classic Australian hamburger today. I know of a local takeaway store in my local area that still sells it pretty much the same. But today, burgers in Australia come either on a square bun, a brioche bun, or with bacon and barbecue sauce. Who puts barbecue sauce on a hamburger? I ask you. In this episode, I thought I'd whip into the kitchen and show you how to make a classic Australian hamburger, the way I remember it from the 80s. Let's go! Welcome to the kitchen. What we have here is some ground beef, 18% fat, and the 82% beef. Next will be some diced onions, just browned onion, followed by some sliced tomato. I like slightly firm tomatoes, but you choose the tomatoes you like the best. Followed by some sliced beetroot. This is just canned beetroot. Followed by some shredded iceberg lettuce. Next up will be the good old Australian tomato sauce. I'm using Rosella tomato sauce here, but you can use ketchup too. Followed by a round bun. Not a square bun, not a brioche bun, but a good old round bun with sesame seeds on top. This is the type of bun that you get in any typical Australian takeaway store. Next up, we'll prepare the patties. What we do is grab a handful of meat here and roll it into a meatball size. Should fit comfortably in your hand, about that size. So I'll make a second one here, and here, once again, should fit comfortably in your hand, about the size of a medium-sized meatball. Once you finish rolling those, just pop them into the fridge for about 20 minutes, and while you wait for that, go and get your fry pan and put it on the burner. Now the fry pan, you'd want to get that as nice and hot, and drizzle a little bit of oil into it, not too much, just a little bit to help with the cooking process, because you want these patties to be nice and brown and crispy. So while you're waiting for that oil just to catch up to the same heat as the pan, you can remove your patties from the fridge, and when you think the pan is hot enough, we will place them in. Right, just checking the pan there, yep, nice and hot. Just pop the first one in, listen to that sizzle. Now one thing they do here in Australia, as you can see, it's still a round meatball. What we do is then press it down, try to make it as flat as possible, so we can get that nice, flat, crispy outer of the patty, and just let that cook. What we also then go and do is go and get the onions, sprinkle the diced onions up and place on top of the pan, and dish them out to the side there without burning myself. Okay, I'll just fish that one out, might as well. Don't want to waste those onions. So we just let that cook for about 5 minutes on each side. As you can see, I've sped up the footage here because you don't want to watch a patty cook for 5 minutes. While this is cooking, you can then pop your buns into the toaster. I've got mine set on to low so it doesn't burn. And as also at this time, once you've got that buns on, just sprinkle the patty with a bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. This is the only time I add any kind of seasoning to my patties. That's looking pretty good right about now. Probably nearly time for me to flip this over. Yep, there we go. Flip it over, give it a bit of press. I know that's a bit, people would say, oh, you're pushing out all the juices, but the meat will suck that all back in. Okay, now we're up to plating. So I've cooked me buns here, so I'm just going to spread a bit of butter on both sides of the bun. I'm using pure butter here, but you can use whatever you like, margarine, olive oil spread. I just prefer the pure butter. Okay, so once you got that on, I then grab the iceberg lettuce here, just put a generous amount of iceberg lettuce on the bottom. Next up is the 2 nice slices of the tomato, followed by a couple of slices of beetroot, or 3 slices of beetroot. Next I'll go and get the patty. Okay, so just slide the patty on there with all those lovely juices. Excuse the fingers. Okay, and next is the good old Aussie tomato sauce. So generous amount of that. Well, probably not that much, but hey, I'm the one eating it, so I love my tomato sauce. There we go. So that is the classic Australian hamburger. Just cleaning up the plate there a little bit. And here it is. Nothing better than serving it with some thick chips and a good old glass of cream soda by Kurt's. Well, that's it for this video. What did you think? I found the hamburger absolutely delicious. If you'd like to make this burger, I'll leave a list of ingredients in the description box down below. So leave a comment for me if you would like to see more of these videos. I would like to do some more retro food videos of things that we ate during the 80s when we went to arcades or we played on the retro computers at home. Also, don't forget to share this video, as this will help the channel grow. And don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you like this video. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, as this will let you know when I upload a new video every Friday. So once again, thanks for watching and catch you next week. Bye for now.